what's your name and where are you from?
Okay. My name is Mario Ortega. I'm from Elsa, Texas. My parents are from Aguascalientes, Mexico.
Okay, wonderful. And what was your occupation, or what is your current occupation?
Okay, I retired as harvest manager for the Moneta Company in 2012.
Wow, that's really cool. Um, so, when did you initially start working in the fields?
I mentioned a while ago, I was raised, I guess, in the ranch, La Campana. So at that time, there was no restrictions on children working in the fields. They didn't consider, you were taking advantage of your kids. As a matter of fact, I think it was good because this way it kept a lot of the kids, from doing mischief things, while their parents were working. So I started working at 9, and when I was 13, I got a permit from school to work, and that's when they issued me my first picking number, so I could receive my own check from the work that I did.
Wow, that's very interesting that you started working in the fields at such a young age. On that very note, how do you think that affected you growing up, whether it's in high school or school in general or academic life?
Well, I think it was fine. I consider, like I said, being abusive. As a matter of fact, uh, I think it was something great, for parents to teach their children, the necessity of working, and so when you grow up, you have your own family, you you have the right idea of what needs to be done. Uh, but all I can say, I didn't see anything abusive about children working. You learn how to appreciate life and how to appreciate what you have and the money you make.
Having growing up during this movement, how do you think this movement impacted your own life? The 1970s laborers' rights movement, also known as the Cesar Chavez movement.
Well, like I mentioned, because of the job that I had, I could not support it, but in my mind, being well Hispanic, uh, uh, the company that I worked for, they always told us, uh, we're not against it, so if they come, to the ranch, just listen to them, uh, but don't get involved. And that's one of the things that I think the company that I worked for, uh, they were always like a step ahead of the other companies, the other ranches, because there was a lot of ranches that they did take advantage of the workers. They paid them much less, than what we were making.
Wow. So this movement brought around a lot of reform and a lot of changes. How do you think the this movement impacted farm workers like today?
Well, all along, I think it helped. Naturally, the the ranchers, the farmers, they're not going to agree, but it made them think, because like I said, most of the ranchers that were trying to respect the regulations of the movement, uh, the people were going to work for them, and the people that were against it, I mean, they were losing workers.
Wow. Um, how do you think this movement impacts union movements across the United States today?
Like I mentioned a while ago, there's unions for a lot of different positions, a lot of different jobs, and I was mainly, in citrus and agricultural, and but I think the movement helped a lot all over the United States because it just increased the working environment for the workers and their they had a better benefits.
That's great. So we talked a lot about the things that you experienced, but having grown up in the fields, what's a memory that comes to mind when you think about working in the fields?
Well, but to me, I mean, like I said, I was raised there, and I think it's a great opportunity. Uh, that's that's one of the hardest jobs probably, and probably most Hispanics, Latinos are probably the ones that do those jobs, and that's why in my mind, even though I was a supervisor, I always supported the movement of Cesar Chavez.
All right. Well, thank you so much for answering my questions and thank you for setting aside time. I really appreciate all you had to say.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a good night.
Okay, you too. Huh?
All right. Bye bye.